6:49, the day's top headlines in today's Sunrise Smart Start from Monday. Today marks 22 years since 2,977 people died in the attacks on September 11, 2001. Thousands more were injured that day and still continue to suffer from the long-term effects of the World Trade Center coming down. This morning, all over Monroe County, people are pausing to honor and remember those lost. Here is a live look from Brockport, where the fire department will have its remembrance ceremonies. That will begin at 8:30. Those are being held at the village's 9/11 memorial you're looking at South Main Street. Monroe Community College has a ceremony as well. That's at 8 at its campus in Brighton. Students, the community, all coming together, and they'll hear from Monroe County Executive Adam Bello and college leaders who will be speaking at that ceremony. The Veterans Outreach Center is hosting Operation We Remember at the War on Terror Memorial at Highland Park. The public is invited there as well a little bit later on this morning at 10:30 to honor those we lost more than 2 decades ago and those whose lives were forever changed. For all the happenings around town and the effort to make sure no one ever forgets 9/11, you can head to our website. It's right there on the homepage at rochesterfirst.com. Sunrise traffic here at 6:50. The expressway is looking okay as things are starting to pick up now that we can see a little bit of daylight, but the sunrise getting later and later. Again, a reminder, throughway, so 90 westbound near Pembroke. A serious issue there with a car fire that shut down many of the lanes. We're seeing severe backups there for anyone headed out from Leroy, Rochester, Batavia, trying to get to Buffalo over the next hour or so. In other headlines, a lawsuit filed in federal court on behalf of dozens of women from Rochester against Monroe County, the Sheriff Todd Baxter, and the city. Individual RPD officers are also named in this suit. There are 38 women in this, seeking compensatory and punitive damages for menstrual irregularities after getting exposed to tear gas, pepper spray, and other chemicals used during the 2020 protests following the death of Daniel Prude. This lawsuit says the defendants knew or should have known that these chemical weapons, banned in warfare, can cause serious physical harm, including damage to the female reproductive system. We, News 8, did reach out to the defendants for comment and have yet to get a response. Overseas to this race this morning to dig out survivors in Morocco following the biggest earthquake there in more than a century. At least 2,100 people confirmed dead already, and that number keeps rising by the day, with rescue teams continuing to go through the debris from the 6.8 magnitude quake that triggered landslides, blocked off roads, and cut off vital access to remote villages in the mountains. As the government is working to help, survivors are saying the aid is taking far too long.
We're working expeditiously to ensure American citizens in Morocco are safe, standing ready to provide any necessary assistance to the Moroccan people.
The Moroccan government has accepted support from a few other countries. There's a team of disaster experts working to determine how the U.S. can help with humanitarian efforts. The U.S. Embassy reports a small number of Americans were injured in the quake, but no deaths. President Biden is wrapping up his trip overseas with stops at the G20 summit of world leaders in India and in Vietnam. Mr. Biden's visit to Vietnam, an effort to strengthen ties between the two nations, with Vietnamese leaders eager to establish a comprehensive strategic partnership. This comes as the U.S. and Chinese tensions persist, with China accusing the U.S. of having a Cold War mentality by building partnerships with other nations in the region.
I don't want to contain China. I just want to make sure we have a relationship with China that is on the up and up, squared away.
At the summit, the G20 meeting of world leaders in India, Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russia's President Vladimir Putin were both absent. In a joint statement, the top 20 leaders did not call out Russia's aggression in Ukraine, instead focused more on the suffering of the people in Ukraine. Prior to heading back to Washington, Mr. Biden will stop first in Alaska, visiting with troops as we mark 22 years since the terror attacks of 9/11. Football season is back. NFL Week 1, a lot of fun yesterday, and there's still one massive game left, and that's what everyone here cares about for Bills Mafia. It's Buffalo against the Jets in New Jersey tonight. As the Bills get ready, they have a clean injury list. Everyone on the report. The active roster is ready to go. The game is at MetLife with kickoff scheduled for 8:15. Before that, be sure you tune in here at News 8, a special edition of Buffalo Kickoff Live, getting going at 7 o'clock. 30 minutes covering all the headlines heading into the new campaign, with Thad Brown and company getting you ready for the season opener. Tomorrow, the Fringe Festival kicks off in Rochester, and whether you've been out there before, making your first visit, there's something for everyone. This festival has theater, comedy, dance, and more. About 500 shows over the next 12 days. With all of that going on, some 100,000 people expected to attend over the 12-day run. Organizers say safety remains a top priority.
We have security here at all times. We have the police department here at all times. We even have the fire department here at all times. We are fully staffed. We are fully prepared. We have all of our emergency plans in place. We've never had a security incident at the Fringe. It's a very friendly, welcoming environment.
Tickets on sale now. There's so much to check out. You can also get them at the door or gate. We've got a list of events and venues posted right now at rochesterfirst.com. Happening today, Rochester Regional Health is driving breast health mammograms to you. In Penfield, you can get a free mammogram screening at the Willow Ridge Senior Living Site. No insurance or appointment needed. All are welcome. That runs from 10:30 until 6. And that is your news for your Smart Start. Your weather before you head out. Bus stop as well, first full week. Not a lot to complain about for this Monday.
It's hard to find something. Temperatures back in the 60s this morning. We steadily rise throughout the daytime today. Even see some sunshine by the afternoon, breaking out from behind those rather stubborn clouds that we have around the area this morning. Clouds build back in as we head overnight. All that in anticipation of what will be a wetter day to start out Fringe Festival. But the weather does slowly start to improve, at least when it comes down to precipitation through the rest of the week. Temperatures take a bit of a dive after Tuesday, from the 70s into the 60s on Wednesday, maybe even a few lake effect rain showers Wednesday afternoon, and then we'll start to even things back out by the end of the week and into the weekend, back to the mid 70s. So a bit of a roller coaster temperature wise, but that's September here in Western New York, and you get those ups and downs all the way through. So
the tug of war is it's still officially summer a little while longer. Thank you, Liam. CBS Mornings coming your way next. We'll see you back here in 30 minutes.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.